Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for another episode of the one and only Rebar Show with your host, JP motherfucking Fingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main man, JP motherfucking Fingers. Let's get things started right now. All right. The one and only Rebar Show is brought to you by the big dog at Sir Louis Cigars. Hit him up on Instagram at Sir Louis Cigars. What else? Ooh, bearded buffalo. This thing's starting to come in again. Ain't as big as the guest, but we'll get there. What else? 69 boys call me Humasmart. Hit him up at humasmart.com. 69 Life. Take care of your cigars. Take care of your life. Promo code REBAR at all these fine establishments. Herfed, the main co-host, the number one co-host, the fucking co-host. I forgot my fucking vape pen up here, bro. I'm sorry.
You threw me for a loop. No,
I was like
smoke.
this. I was like this, and I'm like, fuck. And I look. Yeah, of course it's right there. And I was
very
like,
unprofessional.
Can I just blow smoke?
There you go.
No, doesn't work. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, JP Fingers, the illustrious Herfed, a.k.a. Elastic Ass.
That's right.
Elastic Ass. sorry, I had to do a double take, Herfed. I was like, Elastic Ass? Elastic Ass. Is it Elastic Ass or is it Elastic Ass?
It's one word.
Sorry, Elastic
Check
Ass.
it out. Instagram, Elastic Ass. Check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, listen, the one and only Rebar Show may say and do some dumb shit, but by no means are our actions or our thoughts affiliated in with our sponsors whatsoever. What we say is what we think, and it's our minds only.
If you get offended, this isn't the place for you. We don't mean to offend you, but we speak our minds and our opinions. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, the next guest on the One Only Reba Show is Brian, the Director of Sales from Illusion.
What's up, fellas?
Did I say your name right?
Yeah, that's pretty. That was really good. Better than Electicast or ass or whatever it is.
Elastic.
Oh, Elastic Ass.
Stretches.
Like Stretch Armstrong.
Is the S and the T silent, and is it just Alec Ass?
My new tattoo, but I don't want to talk about that yet.
Going on the lower back off. All right, ladies
fuck.
and gentlemen, JP Fingers, Herfed, Brian, Illusione, Director of Sales. All right, Brian, give us a little lowdown. What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm fantastic, man. Thanks for having me. I mean, I love this. Is the best part of my job is doing stuff like this, you know? I look forward to it.
Wait till it after airs.
Yeah, and then I'll get those phone calls. Did you really say that? You know, I'm a New Yorker, so I have some filters in because I am on the West Coast right now in Reno. And you know, hey, it's all good, man. We're just selling cigars, smoking cigars, and hanging out.
Where in New York were you based out of?
So I was actually born in Jersey, but my family lived in New York. My mom went into labor when she was in Jersey, and she was screaming, "I'm not having a kid in Jersey!" And they're like, "It's 4:30 in the afternoon. You went into labor. You're having a kid in Jersey, you know." And so I was actually born in Paterson, New Jersey, but we lived in New York, and I lived upstate too in Poughkeepsie, Warwick, New York. I remember I cried like a baby. I didn't want to be a redneck, but then I embraced the whole Sicilian redneck society. And
hey.
Yeah.
Tax-wise, is it better to be born in New York or New Jersey? Tax-wise, your mom's like, fuck, let's get this kid to New York.
So, yeah, I grew up in New York, and then I came out west. I got out to Reno by mistake. I was living in the Caribbean and my work visa ran out, and I had 24 hours to get off the Caribbean island that I was on, and so somehow I ended up out in the West Coast.
Do you have a motorcycle?
I do.
Okay, I was gonna say you look like the sort of cigar rep you meet in a cigar lounge. You're like, oh, try this brand. Next thing you know, you're in a bike gang just riding around. Fucking United States.
I do ride. It's always been a dream of mine to ride down the Pan American Highway on my bike, but I got to get a. Yeah, I know they drive a little bit crazy, and
they drive slow.
Yeah, and I can't get anybody to drive in front of me either. I'm like, I need somebody to be like the lead car, so that if they fall into a sinkhole, I'll know to go around it.
Yikes.
But I can't get anybody.
It's all shitty.
I was gonna say somebody that looks like he's got a motorcycle. Big Mooch. Shout out to Big Mooch, the new PR guy, public relations.
Yeah, you got a member on.
Talent scout. Scouts all the talents. Sounds cool now, but we only have guys on the show mostly, so not so cool as it did. Shout out Big Mooch. All right. Sorry I interrupted. I had to go
does Mooch ride?
He looks like he does, though, right?
He does.
Yeah.
He has. Yeah, he's rode.
Yeah, he looks like he does. It's so funny because everybody else, like, my new thing, right, is when I'm in a shop and somebody comes in and asks for like a flavored cigar, I go, hey, what kind of bike do you ride, right? Like, it always just amazes me that the bigger, the badder the biker, like, the more queered up their cigar is. Like, why is that? What is that all about?
Hey, they're like, by the way, it's a fixed gear.
It's funny you say that because I've had experience with most of my bikers. Yeah, and they like shitty ass cigars. I mean, they were all about like the Ashton fucking classics.
It's not horrible. Yeah.
It's fucking horrible. It's fucking,
at least it's like I would have rather buy a CAO than an Ashton Classic, actually.
Fuck yeah. It's
now to this day,
man.
like still.
It's shit. It's fucking my opinion, it's shit. But yeah, a lot of them.
You're right. It's fucking horrible. All right, you know what? Let's get on. Good segue by the old Herf Daddy, Herf Dog, Elastic Ass. It's all one word. Don't get it confused. All right, what are we smoking? What are we drinking? Let's start with Brian. B Money, B Stacks.
I am smoking the Rex. Actually, I have a bunch of Rexes here because I don't know how long we're going to be on the show, so I like to be prepared. And I had Rex here. You all met him earlier.
You met Rex. Yeah, Rex was your Rex Daddy.
The man that the cigar was named after. He's our corporate attorney, and we made the Rex just for him for years. And then we started selling it to everybody maybe about 4 years ago.
Does he still have a couple originals?
Oh, yeah. He's got the original Rex, the first rendition of the Rex here at the warehouse. We have a box of his. And there might be a few cigars missing out of there, but, I don't know. What's he going to do? Sue me? I mean, like, yeah. Come on. Yeah, maybe.
That's always one that's escaped me. That one is always... That was unattainable. That was like super rare. I mean, production was what, 100 boxes?
Yeah, maybe. Well, we made it for him, right? So the story behind it is really cool. Like he's a fly fisherman, right? And every time he'd hook a fish, he'd throw his cigar in the water. And so, he was a Davidoff smoker, and no matter how good of an attorney you are, that gets expensive to throw a Davidoff in the water every time you hook a fish. So he came to us and asked us to make him something just layered in flavor that wouldn't break the bank. Because like the Rex, I don't know, I think it's like a $6 cigar, right? But it's so cool now that when I travel and I hand this cigar out to people, you'd think what the fuck I was giving them, right? Like, oh my God, it's a Rex, and it's a $6 unbanded cigar. That's a real cigar, in my opinion.
Is that available to every retailer?
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems to be not known about. People don't. I mean, I think what also hurts it is the small ring gauge. I think people are not into that. I love it, but
It's one of those cigars. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. Like I told you, Rex went into a shop in Phoenix and said to the guy, "I have about 45 minutes." And he said, "Well, yeah, we've got this cigar that we only sell to regulars, but all right, here." And he handed him a Rex. So it's one of those. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you know. You don't know what you're missing.
I got guys coming in to watch football. I try to hand them the Rex. They laugh at me. They want a Toro Grande. You know, I said, look at the price tag. Just if you smoke it, buy another. It's not that much of a difference.
No.
Hey,
no.
jokes on them, Burfed. They're all Jets or Giants fans.
You know, it's pretty sad over here. Yeah. Pretty sad in New York, except for the Bills. Yeah, anyway, we don't have what you're drinking, what you're smoking. That was. You would say what you're drinking?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
You're in Nevada and you're smoking cigars and you're not drinking anything.
Yeah, I'm 29 years sober, so I got water here somewhere.
No, that's it. Doesn't have to be alcohol.
Yeah, no, it does not have to be alcohol.
But I do have Pop Rocks.
There you go.
Hey, by the way, I've been off the rock for about 2 years now.
I bought those for my grandkid.
Sure.
I haven't seen those in years.
He's like, I just love when the cigar's in the mouth and just goes.
No, I did. No, so seriously, I did have 2 of these. There's now only one because I just couldn't resist.
I think you posted on your social media. Yeah,
I did. 2. There were 2.
Evidence.
Now there's one.
Yep.
Sorry, Herf, I interrupted. What's up?
No, I'm drinking my usual High Noon. Love it. It's pure vodka and.
Was that watermelon?
That was grapefruit.
Okay.
It's just actually regular. It's pure vodka, juice, and soda. You can't buy it in the gas stations around here. It's got to be sold in liquor stores only. It doesn't give me the shits the next day. I'm not on the toilet for 20 hours. Anyway, enough of that. I have Illusione one-off Corona, which I will be smoking in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
I love that Illusione still makes small cigars, which is a dying breed. It actually pisses me off how fucking bad it is right now when a company starts off with a Robusto and a 52 fucking ring gauge. That always pisses me off. Yeah, I mean, the MK and the Ultra, fucking bam.
Have you ever smoked the Ninfa, the 33?
Nope, because I've never seen them.
So we make a Ninfa. I don't know what size it is. It's a 32 ring gauge. We call it the 33, that's Illusione for you, right?
I've seen them on sale, but I've never actually seen them in a shop. That's the hard size.
6 1/4 by 32, right?
Wow, I didn't think it was that long.
So I'll tell you a great story about that cigar. I'm at an event. Everybody's smoking big ring gauges, right? And I'm smoking the Ninfa, and there's a table of women. They call me over. They go, can you come over? And I went over by them. I said, what's up? They said, how can you feel like a man smoking that cigar? And I was like, wow. Okay,
grab your dick.
Yeah, first of all, I'm not compensating for anything because of my ring gauge, right? I mean, like, as I got older, my ring gauge got smaller. There's no secret about that.
All of us, I think that's a common thing.
Yeah, it's a common thing.
You see less of your cigar, the older you get.
So anyway, I clipped the end of it off, right? And I handed it to her, and she started smoking it, and she was like, oh, my God, the flavor in this cigar. And I'm like, exactly. That's how I feel like a fucking man smoking this cigar.
This is why we have a disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen. Brian could be a cigar, might not be a cigar. I don't know. We're not here to. I don't know.
Hey, JP, what are you drinking? What are you smoking?
I am drinking the classic. This is my high noons. If I was her fed, Twisted Tea Original. I'm sophisticated. Get over it. I am smoking the Zulu. It's got a big thing on it. Zulu, bunch of graphics, stuff like that. I want to say it's a little fat for a Lancero, but a little thin for a Lonsdale.
That's the second one you smoked of that, right?
Yeah, exact same cigar. Second one I've smoked. I think it was 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good the first time I smoked it. So I was like, fuck it. You know what? Let's have another one. What we're smoking, what we're drinking is brought to you by Puro Haven. When you're having a hard time finding the cigars you want, hit up Puro Haven. Hit them up on Instagram at Puro Haven. Use promo code REBAR. It doesn't do anything, but hey, give a thumb up the bum and give a little support.
What's the name?
At Puro Haven.
You can find him on Instagram?
You can find him on Instagram.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, Insta or IG.
Yeah, I'm old. What do I know?
I don't even have it anymore.
No, they got pills for that.
That one missed. No? It had a missed sound. It had a missed sound. I'm just saying. Hey, when your audio is good, Herfed. That sounded like a miss with that hella mic you got over there. Sounded like a miss. Just saying. All right. Let's dive deep into the episode now. All right. What is your ideal cigar that you want to, like, not the cigar, but the size? What's your perfect smoking size cigar?
Lonsdale.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Fucking Brian just did this. All right. That's my favorite. That's my ideal size, too. For a cigar.
No shit. Really?
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. 100%. I love a fucking Lonsdale.
I'm at like 5.5 at 42. I'm a Corona guy.
Yeah. That's a sick size though too. That's a good size though too. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I've always been a Lonsdale guy.
Yeah.
I just find that it's, I don't know, depending on the wrapper. If the wrapper pops as shit, if the wrapper is awesome, then I'll smoke them all night. But I mean, it's all wrapper. So, I mean, I love the, I don't want to fucking be a fanboy or anything, but those original Tatuaje, fucking, the El Triunfador Lanceros.
Oh, yeah.
The broadleaf, that broadleaf. Oof. That was something.
Yeah, Lonsdale's just like the perfect size cigar. I mean, you don't see that many of them. So, I mean, I think we have 2 in our portfolio now. We have the F9 and then we have the Alegria Lonsdale coming out, which I'm super excited about because I love to smoke Lonsdales, man.
Yeah, Alegria is one of the 2 new releases you guys got coming out. Can you give me any more information than undisclosed?
We
got a couple sizes.
Yeah, we've got 5 different sizes. We've got a Corona, a Robusto, Lonsdale, a Gordo, and a Churchill. Which Churchills, again, they're a great classic size, but they're just dying. Nobody's smoking Churchills. I mean, I don't understand why it is. You look at, like, somebody put out a magazine article that the top 3 sellers were Robusto, Toro, and 6x60. Which I can't figure out why. Like,
the fucking guy's mouth was sore. That's writing it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. 6x60 makes me sick.
It's only one I ever.
Again, I hate to plug Tatuaje, but Gran Cojones, I could smoke it.
We have 2 6x60s. We have one. They're in Cigars Privé. A Corojo and a Maduro, and they're phenomenal cigars.
But they're box pressed. Are they box pressed?
No, they're not box pressed. We have a box pressed Toro, but
I think you make a box press 56 or 54. You had a PCA release in the blue packaging.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a big boy.
2 years ago. Yeah, that was a big one. And then this year we did a Candela, which was crazy, dude.
Oh, you brought
we
the
did,
CG4 back. Oh,
the CG4 Candela. That was a crazy cigar, and we sold so many of those at the trade show. It was unbelievable. I didn't think,
that cigar was actually started with that guy who did, what is it, Kaplowitz or whatever?
Kaplowitz. Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking scumbag cocksucker. Piece of shit. If you hear me, you're a cocksucker. You're a piece of fucking shit. Dude said my cigar was my dog turd. Everyone else loved it.
So the CG4 Candela though, and you know what? Candela is an amazing wrapper if you do it right.
Catman, that fucking cocksucker. Can I say it again? Fucking cocksucker. Yeah, you know what? I think Illusione and maybe some early Camacho were the ones who did it right.
Roma Craft too.
Roma Craft, yeah, but I haven't smoked enough of like a Candela like Puro Leaf.
It's a limited run by them too. It's not by them. It's not available. But our Candelas, it's like they're amazing. Like the HL Candela, the Lancero, amazing cigar.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys do with your Candela, but it's a step above everybody.
Well,
everybody.
You know what it is? It's Dion, right? Dion blends to the wrapper, right? He doesn't just take a Corojo blend and go, look, I just made a Candela by putting a green leaf on it, you know? So everybody left. Holy shit, where'd everybody go?
Oh, dude, sorry. I realized I had my cursor of the fucking computer right over top of Herfad's thing, so it lights it up. Like, do I want to change his like lighting in there? Or like this posture in there? Like I could add filters to it, and I didn't want to do that. He's beautiful just as he is. Sorry. I was like,
I actually just went inside. I have to cut the heart out of a shot of mongoose in my backyard, so I'm gonna cook it.
You're cutting that? You got that, Herfed?
Yeah, I just hit him up. Yeah, he's done.
That's why we call him Alaska Cast. You should have seen this way. This guy was fucking everything just spread out, trying to get the shot, stayed low to the ground. This guy really should be an Olympian. He should be an Olympian. Hat. Well, is there like a hunting X Games?
It might be.
You're right. There might be. Except half the world can't see it. You fucking liberal fucks. Sorry. That's my political stance. Just getting to know.
No politics.
Yeah, you're right. All right. What is your you travel, I would say, like 10 times a year at least to like a different state, different area?
More than that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, your feet on the ground. I thought you were a big boss, man.
No, I think in '92. In 2019, I was on the road like 42 weeks out of the year.
When was that?
2019.
All right. Wow. All right. Still current.
I never met an Illusione rep. I thought you didn't have reps. Don't you?
No. Yeah, a fucking burning thing. Isn't that guy a rep?
So in your area, our rep is La Chaveta, Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah. Miguel, yeah. Miguel's the best. He's phenomenal, but he didn't cover your account that you were working in.
I think he did. Or he did. I know Will knows him.
He did other brands. He didn't do Illusione in there.
He did do a couple other. I know a couple of the other. Yeah.
He's a bro.
Miguel, middle of COVID, Miguel was going to be a guy that was going to come on. But yeah, never ended up doing it. Miguel, if you're listening, or if Brian is going to, Brian, get him on.
I will.
I can't let Mooch have all the work, Herfed.
No, Miguel's the bomb, though. He's an awesome rep. I love the guy. When I land in Jersey, he says to me, well, where do you want to go first? And I'm like, I want to go to Hot Grill in Clifton or to Rutt's Hut and get a hot dog.
Okay.
So that's where I make him take me first. Great guy, though.
Out of all the places you've traveled, for work, what would you say your favorite place just to go is? You know, whether it's work, just, you know, the atmosphere, the scenery, all that shit. What's your favorite place to travel?
You know, I love to go to Florida. Um, you know, there's a place in Weston, Florida called Smoke on the Water. Uh, just a incredible place to hang out. So I'd have to say Florida's probably my favorite to travel to.
All right.
I like, well, you know, plus I like zero tobacco tax states. So Florida is one of them. There's three.
And
Oh,
buy
yeah.
more.
Perfect.
Well, you know, when you run out of cigars when you're on the road and you buy them, like I will do that. It doesn't hurt as bad to buy them in Florida, you know, or Pennsylvania or New Hampshire. Those are the three that are zero taxes.
Not
All right.
Hawaii.
Yeah,
Perfect.
not Hawaii.
Where would you
Go
say
ahead.
yours is? You're going on the road with the company. Could be your own. One out of the three you own. Could be your own company. You know, what are you going on the road with, and where are you going on the road?
Who, me?
Yeah. Who? Me?
Well, I mean, I've only been to. It's a tough question. I would love to go back to Donley. Fucking food was better over there than it is here, and I don't think I can answer that. I don't. I mean, I'd love to go back to Pittsburgh every time I get there, but
Dude, it's a sick fucking place to go.
as in like my cigar journey goes, like, I mean, I'd love to go back to fucking, you know, Donley, but not gonna happen.
Perfect. I'm telling you, the fucking MA, the MH, whatever, Matt Herf, whatever, it's making a comeback. 2022, shit's making a comeback. I'm telling you.
I don't even have access to that factory anymore.
I might know a guy.
Something's happening. Something is
I might
happening.
know a guy.
This guy Brian says he knows a guy.
I might know a guy that has a factory down in Danley.
Dude, I'm
I
telling you.
always thought it was Donley.
Or
That's how they
Donley.
Donley,
Danley,
Racey's,
Donley.
Rackess.
Tomato,
Right.
tomato.
They always say Donley down there. You know what I got to talk about, though? I see a lot of people on Instagram, and what pisses me the most off, what I think is lame as shit, like, I got to throw my boy under the bus, Steve Royston, My Father Cigars. He's got a My Father
If he was your
tattoo.
boy, how come he never came on the show? I thought he was my boy too, though. And
I mean, what you do is you never get a tattoo of your company on yourself. You know, I mean, that's just number one rule. I think everybody needs to know that, right? I mean,
I got no
agree?
tattoos of the rebar.
Oh, fucking shit. He's got a tattoo.
Well,
That's
there's a story.
commitment.
There's a story behind that, right? So this is the all-seeing eye, right? It looks behind.
Busting your balls. I knew you had one. Yeah.
No. So there's a story behind that.
Tattoo, though.
Yeah, a couple of the My Father guys have them, but there's a story behind this, right? So
Actually.
one day I get an email from a guy. He says to me, "Can I get high resolution artwork of the Hope 10 box?"
Yeah.
Right, and I'm like, oh, "Okay, why?" Right? He's like, "Well, I want to get it."
First?
Yeah, he's like, "I want to get a tattoo of the Hope 10 box on my leg or wherever the fuck he got." So the next day, he sends me a picture of the tattoo. It's badass, and he says to me, "Does anybody at Illusione have any kind of Illusione or conspiracy type thing tattooed on him?" And I was like, "Dion has a number 1 on his chest," and I said, "Well, no." And he must have been a computer tech guy, because the next email that came back from him when I opened it up, it took over my whole screen, and it said "lame." Right. And I was like, all right, is that a challenge? He's like, fuck yeah, it is. So the next day I went and I got this. And I sent it to him. And I get more compliments on this one than I do. I've got all Native American tribal shit on this arm because I do have an Indian name. It's Strong Eagle.
That's tough. That's a tough picking. Yo, your beard right now is like the fucking tail on a fucking eagle.
Well, You know, it's we've all heard the joke, right, about the Indian name. So, like, when the chief came to me and said, "Hey, I want to give you an Indian name." Now I'm a street kid from New York, and I don't know how this shit works, right? So I'm like, "Yeah, all right, what's my Indian name?" He's like, "No, I've got to like think about it. I got to go sit and do peyote and whatever, and ayahuasca and all that shit, and
Everything at teepee.
and figure out what your Indian name is." And I got to tell you, it was one of the most humbling experiences of my life to get an Indian name. It was pretty cool. So I have all tribal shit on my left arm, and then I have a tattoo that nobody can do. It's the devil and Jesus arm wrestling,
Yeah.
and I would really love to get that done. But I've shown it to a half a dozen artists, and they've all said, "Yeah, no, we can't do that."
Ryan,
Yeah,
sorry.
Not I mean, real quick. There was it's kind of anti-Christian, but whatever, anti-religion.
I got
There was a
this.
great fucking black image. It was a Christmas issue of Hellraiser, the comic that was done by Clive Barker, probably back in like 2005, and it was the nativity scene, but everyone was replaced with a Grim Reaper.
Nice.
And it was
I like
dope.
that.
And it had like 3 nails going into like baby Jesus's head, but it was all black. Like it wasn't like it was like an image,
Yeah, it's
Like,
black shading using the fucking skin color. That's gnarly.
that was all black. That's all.
Really? Oh, holy fuck. That's wild.
It was on the Christmas issue. I always thought about getting that, but I realized in my skin, if I get heavy black, it doesn't sit well. I need
You're a color guy like I am.
Yeah.
So I got this dude, Chris Rantel. Rode bikes with them, just occasionally. Mushroom guy, whatever. A lot of weed. Then he came sober for a bunch of years. Got into tattoos. This guy has the praying hands with the rosary, but the rosary is butt beads. And just the gnarliest tattoos. Like, this guy would get tattoos when he was like 16, 17. I'm like, why the hell is all your chest blacked out? And he's like, I had to cover up some stuff. What the fuck did you have on your chest to find a fucking tattoo artist where it's just like, let me make your chest all black?
Dude, I knew a dude that covered up his whole entire body with black and then covered it with white. Eesh.
Like white, not like skin white, but like white.
No, and then they made like little symmetric patterns on top of the white. It's fucking insane.
So there's a guy. I don't know. He lives in this vicinity. Like, I want to say like 4 miles, fucking little radius shit. He's literally got everything fucking blacked out except for his fucking like middle of the chin to up. Like, what in the fuck? Like, what?
Regrets.
I don't even know though at that time. I mean, do you regret that shit though? Like, you have to a certain amount. You have to regret that, but I mean, what is something you would do, Brian, that you would regret a bit, but you're like, fuck it, this is my thing now?
Probably getting married again. I've been married twice, so I keep telling everybody that my next wedding song is going to be "Send Lawyers, Guns, and Money." So I think I might like to get that tattoo. I might regret that though, but shit, man, I'm 29 years sober. All the shit I regret doing was 29 plus years ago.
The guy who did that fucking song, was he friends with Hunter Thompson?
It was Warren Zevon.
Yeah.
Warren Zevon. Send Lawyers, Guns. They talk about Honduras in that song.
Not many people know that song.
Yeah. I was hiding in Honduras. I was a desperate man. Send lawyers, guns, and money. This shit has hit the fan.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I actually have that on my Instagram. Right at the header. Send lawyers, guns, and money. The shit has hit the fan.
Yeah, really. You're just begging for a third marriage.
Oh yeah. I got a girlfriend now. She's in Florida. you know, who knows? Maybe someday I'll get married again. But if I get divorced, I'll give her an eighth of my shit because I've already given a half, and then I gave half of the half that I was left. I'd
There's
like
only
to
so
get
much
to.
left.
I'd like to get to the point where I just write an IOU to them and go, yeah, here, I owe you some shit in the future.
You'll get something someday. Fuck off. Perfect. What is something you would do it, but you'd regret it only a little bit? You know what I mean? Everybody's done shit like that, right?
What's that?
What's something you do it, but you're like, fuck, I sort of regret it, but you're just, you end up fucking owning it. You know what I mean? Just be like, whatever.
Eating ass.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is that what the time you got pink eye and I had pink eye?
Yeah, I mean, you got to know when to do it. Like, usually the girls I meet, like at the bars, and I eat their ass, I usually get some kind of fungal infection. You got to get a shot at the doctor. And so, yeah, choose your ass wisely.
That is great advice right there.
That's from Elastic Ass.
Preferably have a bath with the person if you can.
A bath. Oh, yeah. Cleanse.
Let them soak.
Hot tub. Hot tub works.
Give them the end of your toothbrush just so they could, if they got any cocky sticking up there, they can plunge it out.
It's like when I came back from Amsterdam and the guy in customs asked me if I brought anything back. I'm like, I sure as fuck hope not.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, at least he wasn't looking for a toothbrush.
I'll make a long story short. When I came back from Honduras, I said I had a bundle of cigars. They looked at me like I was a fucking maniac. They're like, a bundle. I'm like, yeah, 20. They're like, oh, okay. So you don't use the word bundle. It doesn't sound good in airports.
A bundle sounds like a hay bale because farmers call that a bundle.
The guy looked at me, he goes, a bundle? I was like, yeah. And he called like his supervisor. He's like, he has a bundle. I'm like, it's 20 cigars, dude. He's like, oh. Just don't say a bundle. Yeah.
So when I came home from Cuba, they're like, how many cigars do you have? And I'm like, 50. I'm there with my wife, and I'm like, fuck, just say the legal limit that two of us could bring. I'm like, 50. Right, and they're probably looking at me like, why the fuck's this idiot yelling with his eyes closed? He's 50. You know what I mean? But when you say, like, if we were to think, like, you're like, oh, I came home with a bundle of drinks. Me and you are both going to think that's a lot of drinks, no?
Just like a bundle of cigars sounds like a lot, yeah.
How do you going to say, oh, I came home with a bundle of drinks, and you're like, I came home with a bundle of drinks? I'm like, this guy's got 100. That's 100. Bundle's 100. A bundle.
I loved getting a COVID test in Honduras. They were like, for $50, we could give you a COVID test. For $100, we could give you a negative COVID test. I'm like, okay, 100 it is. Yeah.
I'm just saying some shit here. I do have a guy. We're not going to discuss anything other than this guy. Let me know if you need a negative COVID test. I do have I have a solid guy.
So, bringing up something that's kind of funny, I think in the Half Wheel article, when we talk about Sacrifolium, it mentions that Boris came to Dion for information to where he should start the cigar up. And Dion recommended Races. Right. It's actually printed somewhere. Yeah. And apparently, I don't know if Dion was fucking with him or not, but he said it's not safe to fly into Tegucigalpa. No. Tegucigalpa is Honduras.
Yeah.
He goes, no, you got to fly into Managua and then drive to Danlí. Yeah. So we did that. It took us almost 6.5 fucking hours. We got there like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, what the fuck? Our guys got lost.
Did they have grocery bag beers though?
No.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was fucking with you because, although
the border crossing took us about 2.5 fucking hours. Nobody spoke English, and the border crossing was like a parking lot. It wasn't very big.
Well, Telgu is one of the most dangerous airports to land in because it's surrounded by mountains, so they kind of come in and they drop down in your land. I mean,
isn't that mountain? They trimmed that mountain down.
I think they did. I don't know. There's still plane wreckage on the side of the runway.
I saw it when I was
Yeah.
taking off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's still
That's in
plane.
Tegucigalpa.
Yeah.
Well, I flew into Tegucigalpa by myself. We were making the blends. I went with him the first 7 days. We did our shit, and then we had to go rework one of the blends. And he called me up out of the wind. He's like, "Can you leave for Honduras tomorrow?" I was like, "Fuck yeah." I did, but this time I was alone, and it was very odd. You know, it was a very different experience being alone. But I always felt safe.
I love it in Honduras. I mean, you know, my mother when I went down there this last time, she's like, "It's so dangerous down there." I'm like, "When's the last time you were in Honduras?" She's like, "I've never been." I'm like, "Yeah, there's the problem with the fucking news, right? Like you've never been there."
Nicaragua might be worse.
CNN. She only has CNN.
No, I mean, you know, she believes what she hears, you know, and it's like, look, if you go and stick to where you should be, you're safe anywhere. It's like growing up in New York City. I mean, you were okay if you knew where to go, you were fine. If you strayed from that plan, you know, it was 50-50, you know.
Here's the thing. If you stray from anywhere, just pull your dick out and start pissing.
Yeah, I did that in Italy, and I got a fine because I was peeing on a church. You know? Yeah, fuck. That was during the drinking days, though. I mean, when you got to go, right? I mean, like, what are you gonna do?
I really want to hang with Brian right now so hard, but the same part of me just wants to be with Brian, and just like.
I mean, in Don Lee, there wasn't that much to fucking do. I mean, the hotel, every place is a fucking every place is a fortress. It's amazing. The hotel I stayed at, I don't know, it was the Paradise. I don't know what it was called, but it was like 3 minutes down the road from Racy's, and they had fucking armed guards, the national fucking like the army, like with AKs sleeping there in the lobby. Like,
that's politics.
Weird.
It's still cheap to stay there too. I mean, we stay in this place. The guy's like, it's $25 a night, but if you give me cash, I'll make it 20. And it's like, oh, geez, let me think about it. You know, like, can I really?
Yes.
Yeah. The answer is yes. You know, I mean, like, yeah. And I was leaving out of Miami, and I spent the night in Miami, and it was $150 or $200 for a hotel night. You know, in Miami, and then I go down there and spend fucking week for $140. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why am I not living here? You know?
Did you enjoy the food?
Oh, the food's amazing. The food's great. You know, the people are fantastic. And you know, I went in partners with a factory with Sebastian from Cavalier. And so it was just, I mean, it was amazing to just be down there. I'm going in November.
I stayed at the Hotel Granada.
Yeah.
So I got to touch on this.
They had complimentary breakfast. It was like you can get like jamon and fucking huevos.
Let's
refried beans, soft cheese. You know the deal.
That cheese is incredible, by the way.
Oh God. Yeah.
A little bit salty, and it's just fucking amazing. Sour. Yeah.
Let's go to this. Herfed, you got one place to travel to right now, but your food choice could be from any place you want. Where are you going right now? Where's the origin of food you're eating?
I'm going to Italy. I'm going to Calabria.
No, where's your food from?
Italy.
Italy? So you're going to Italy?
Yes.
And your food's from Italy?
Both of those? Yes.
Okay. All right, very straight up. Brian, what about you? Where could you travel right now to if you want to? And where's the food from where you're getting it? Where's the origin of your food?
So the best Indian food I ever had was in London. And I'm probably going to Honduras.
Woo!
Okay.
Get some steak.
I want to go. Oh, fuck. Where do I want to go? You know what? I want to go to Pennsylvania. I just love... Bro, I'm from Canada. You know how free Pennsylvania is to me? Dude, It's fucking unreal. It's unreal. I come from basically California, Canada. I'm going to Pennsylvania, and I'm eating food from Newfoundland, Canada. Just fucking seafood, lobster, scallops. Oh, all that, and just the fucking redneck shit. Basically, I mean, it's redneck
I don't
Canada.
think scallops are redneck.
In Newfoundland, they are.
On the East Coast, we got that shit. I don't know about Arizona, but
I mean,
how's that sushi out there?
I'm a foodie, right? I love food. And that's the best part of traveling, like you go to New Orleans, the food's incredible, right? Go down to Miami, I go to Joe Stone Crabs during stone crab season. When I go to Jersey, I get the Rippers, and that's the best part about traveling is food. I'm in Reno.
No monotony.
I'm in Reno right now, and the food's horrible out here.
So you're a man that's traveled a bunch.
Yeah.
What's been your worst experience on the road? Could be cigar related, cigar travels, or just personal travels. We don't have to say where, but what's been your worst experience?
So my worst experience was definitely cigar related. I was coming out of Atlanta. We were going to I don't know, somewhere, Mississippi or Alabama, I can't remember. But we're coming out of Atlanta, and we get stuck in a traffic jam. Just dead. We're stopped dead. So I'm sitting with my sales rep, and I'm like, you know what? Back behind us, I saw a cutoff through the highway, right? And right to our left is an exit off of the other direction. I guess it would be eastbound. Was an exit ramp, and I'm like, we could just turn around, go up the shoulder, hit the cutoff, go the wrong way up the highway, and get off on this exit, right? Yeah. So we do this, right? And I mean, we're fucking white knuckled. There's 18-wheelers. But trucks just barreling at us on the wrong side of the highway. We're going up the highway the wrong way. So we get to where we're going, and we're telling this story, and there's like 5 fucking highway patrolmen sitting in the shop. And they're like, do you guys know how many traffic laws you broke? I'm like, I have a feeling you're going to tell us. And so they did. It was I saw my life pass before my eyes on it. People had to be just filming this shit going, can you believe these 2 motherfuckers and what they're doing? But we had to get somewhere, I mean, you got to go. And then my second worst experience was I was in West Palm Beach at a meeting, and I had to go to Miami. Now, I don't drink, mind you. I'm 29 years sober. And I got to take a leak. But I'm like, I can make it to the hotel. So I get to the hotel. I go up the elevator. I go to the door. The digital key doesn't work. And there's no fucking way I'm making it back down that elevator because I'm going to the
stairway. I'm stairwaying.
No, I went in the garbage can at the end of the hallway, right? And so
you're staying there for a couple of days then. You were staying there definitely for a couple of days, that room. As a guy that's got a piss right now, and I'm pissed in the stairways. Upper floors, lower floors. I'm just saying.
You got to mark your territory.
Buddy, we're all like felines and big dogs.
Yeah. So I'm pissing in the garbage can, and this lady walks by. It's like, oh, like just go pretending like I'm drunk, I'm fucking stone cold. Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah. Nothing to see over here. She's like,
lady. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, tell me about it. I'm like, yeah.
What about your worst hotel?
Oh, well, it was kind of the worst, but the best. So I was in Washington, D.C. I check into the room. I open the door, and there's this half-naked girl on the bed.
Oh, my God. You got the wrong room. They gave you
Well, they double-booked the room,
Oh, fuck. Okay. Hello. Hi.
yeah, so like, I walk in and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing in my room?" I'm like, "What are you doing in my room?" You know. So, uh, then she realized she was half naked and she got dressed and we went down to the front desk. We ended up having dinner and I ended up banging her that night.
Oh,
So
that's a fucking porno, dude. You gotta sell
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, like I never
That's a
thought
browser.
it was like a penthouse form. I never thought it would happen to me, but it did. It was a rainy night in Washington D.C.
That's definitely
and
porno right there.
oh yeah. No, it was badass. I mean, but it freaked it. I mean, it freaked me out because I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "What kind of a hotel did I check into? This is awesome."
What year
Yeah.
do you think that was?
That was like 2 years ago.
Oh, awesome. I thought they would get tighter with security and shit, but nah, apparently not.
That was like 2 years ago.
What about worst case hotel, like roaches or rats or leaky ceilings or?
Oh yeah,
What
I
about
was
that?
in a rapey motel in I don't know, somewhere in the south. I can't remember. And
Rapey
there
how?
was like
Rapey like
literally,
dude on
Steamy.
dude, or like you can get your sexual preference just rape you.
I don't know, but there was like
Whatever you
literally,
want.
there was like blood on the sheets, and yeah, that was a rough night. I mean, it depends on who you're traveling with, like, so my rep is like a Priceline guy, and he's like, "Yeah, it's 4 stars on Priceline." I'm like, "Yeah,
4 stars.
they
Dude,
charge by the hour, dude. How could that be 4 stars?"
at least I know with Dion, I'm getting a DoubleTree or a Hilton.
Yeah, exactly.
Same question to Herfet's question. Piggyback off that. Where are you not eating again?
So I go down to Honduras. I'll eat again in Honduras, but we went to a birthday party. Now this is right in the middle of COVID, right? I'm down in Honduras. And we go to this birthday party and we eat tres leche cake. And about 4:30 in the morning, I wake up and I can't move. My body's aching. I'm sweating.
Spoiled.
And I'm like, fuck, I got COVID, right? Like, that's your first thought. But then I thought about it a minute longer and I'm like, oh, I know what's going on here. So I run for the bathroom and there's a full-length mirror next to the bathroom door.
Thanks.
And I run right into this mirror.
No lie, me and Herfet would have done the same shit though, 100%.
Oh my God. And so anyway, I haven't been able to eat tres leche since then.
Spoiled. Ay. I remember how good it was when you go to the hotel, you order eggs for breakfast. They didn't come in yet. Like, that shit's, wow, that's fresh.
Herf dog, best worst place you've been on the road. Just traveling. Don't even. It could be cigars. It could be just traveling. You'll be like, "Fuck!" This one time I went to Buffalo. Holy fuck.
Okay. We did a month in Mexico. I'll butcher the names. We stayed in Puerto Vallarta, which I hated. We stayed in
Puerto
Sayulita.
Vallarta. Yeah, Puerto Vallarta. Yeah.
Sayulita, I liked a lot. And there was another place that sounds like the Tlaquepaque. It's hard to pronunciate, but there was one place in Puerto Vallarta which was just. And Sayulita was a little rough too, man. I mean, those fucking insects are no jokes.
Oh,
Like,
it ain't even the food. You're just getting fucking hammered by whatever the fuck these things are biting you.
dude, I was drunk and a fucking Mothra came into my fucking living room. It was an open air living room.
What's a Mothra?
Like, Mothra from Godzilla.
Oh god, holy Irvin! I don't even just. Yo, let me know if I'm anywhere close to that fucking place. That's fucking disgusting.
So I started I put the fucking sheet over my head and I started throwing books from the bookshelf at it. I finally killed it. The thing was like fucking 3 cigarette packs long.
That's fucking disgusting. Like,
And then at night, when you turn the lights off, you had the roaches, but they weren't roaches like we have in New York. They were those flying motherfuckers. You know the big guys.
The like the palmetto bugs.
Yeah, we had they were. I mean, in Mexico, if we cooked our food, they would climb up into the pan and climb. They would open up the pan and climb into the food in the fucking refrigerator. We all got served like leftovers from the day before, and someone was looking at it and they're like, "Oh fucking shit, there's fucking bugs in it." And we tried to cook horse meat. I think it was horse meat. They said it was beef, but it was the most pathetic looking piece of meat I ever saw. My brother was getting electrocuted trying to fucking start a little electric heater. It was great, but I'm off the rails. Excuse me.
Horse meat is incredible, though. Remember when
lean. It's lean and it's muscular.
It's sweet. Yeah.
I
mean, remember when IKEA meatballs had horse meat in it, and they found out about it here?
Dude, that was my boy Joe from fucking Burlington, Ontario, Canada. That was his recipe. He was in the fucking magazine for that shit. I shit you not. That's my boy Joe. The guy was my BMX mechanic. 10 years, BMX mechanic, fucking Joe. We just called him Joe Swanson because we fucking Swanson steaks, man. It just tastes like that's good sauce. It's a fucking sauce that makes that. All right.
I think Americans in general are really just dumbed down when it comes to eating.
Well, I think here in the UK are the only places that don't eat horses. Everybody else.
I mean, when I ask people what people don't know what pupusas are, I get angry. You know, like, how do you know?
Papoose, the rapper from New York.
A torta. Fucking
good old torta. Oh,
jamón, queso torta. What's a torta? Never had a torta.
All right, my worst place. I don't think I would go. Oh fuck. We went up to this fucking vacation ski town, Collingwood. What's like a big chain place in the United States? Like, but they're more barbecue style, but like wings and shit like that. What's one of those?
I mean, you name it. Fridays, fucking.
More boutique than Fridays, though.
It varies by where we are.
Yeah, by region. Yeah.
So
we're right in the Blue Mountains.
I'm sure you got Buffalo Wild Wings by you. Maybe Famous Dave's. You got Famous Dave's? You got that shithole by you?
In Buffalo, they got Dave's. We got a shit ton of Wild Wings by us. So, you know what? I've had Famous Dave's. I have had Famous Dave's. This made her feds, a.k.a. name. I ate this once, and I didn't even get, bro, got a buffalo chicken sandwich. Saucy. Dude, that, it's an unforgivable day. Like, I wake up, smoke a bunch of weed, drink, go to the pool, get some sun, swim. Dude, yeah, Buffalo Dave's, man. Or what would you call it? Wild Dave's? Buffalo Dave's?
Famous Dave's or Buffalo Wild Wings. There's a couple of places.
No, it ain't Buffalo Wild Wings. Don't do that to me. But I was I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I'm like, do I pray? Like, do I just pray right? Like,
Famous Dave's is like the Red Lobster for like barbecue. You know, it's seafood is Red Lobster.
Dude,
Famous Dave's is. We
got Red Lobster here. I love Red Lobster. I get it maybe once every 3 years, but I love it.
Ooh.
Ain't that good? Dude, so I've been locked out of the United States so long now. I almost want to get Red Lobster.
If you could tell me I could have Red Lobster, I could have fucking Honduras, Mexican street food at 4 a.m. I would choose the Mexican street food.
I'd be very picky, but
can't go wrong with street food, man.
No, people are eating it. Everyone's eating it. It's a fucking crowd. Taco Sesos, first time ever. Delicious. Chili, fucking lime.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Herbert. I just dropped the joint. I found it.
That was, we went to Mexico that one time, and it was terrible. They started pouring tequila down my throat, and then the fucking bartender stuck my face in her titties and fucking shook me around for like 10 seconds. That was all fine and good until, you know, my body was like, yeah, we don't want this. Ran in and puked in the urinal.
It's better than puking on the tits.
Oh, definitely. I held that. Well, actually, I think I vomited in my mouth and had to re-swallow it. Never a good thing. Anybody
like,
that's
oh,
done
he's
that
ready.
knows
He's ready.
Sucks. It sucks. When you got to swallow that, it's like swallowing your pride. It's that hard. But yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
You know what? Let's get last question, last segment, last little thing we're gonna do of the episode. Herfed, you got to have a fucking question wrapped up right about now.
No, I don't got a question. I just got a fucking prayer that fucking my man Big Rob.
You know what? Yeah, you know what, dude.
Comes out.
Speak that shit. You got a plug. You got the plug where we can fucking go to.
You can find the GoFundMe page on my Instagram. You don't have to donate anything. Just say a prayer for my boy Big Rob. He's struggling right now in the hospital. COVID's real.
Everybody knows this fucking guy right now, man. Big fucking Rob. You're listening to this.
Big Rob.
Put something up. At least cheers us. You know what? This is for big fucking Robbie, Big Rob. Dude, Robbie's a fucking beast, man. And this guy's going down right now because of fucking COVID. And, go to Herfed's profile, donate, do whatever the fuck you can to help out Big Rob. This one's for Big Rob right now, man. A real brother. A real fucking brother.
2-time on the show. 2-time.
Dude, he's green roomed like 4 times.
Yeah.
And
my best friend.
Here's the fucking crazy thing. Big Rob's been on the show 2 times. He's green room 4 times. Here was the thing. Herfed and myself, we held him back. We're like, this guy's a fucking animal. Like, Big Rob is just... If all 3 of us right now were to create a bucket list, Big Rob's like, yeah, let me show you pictures from there.
Yeah.
That is fucking... Like, Big Rob is just like... Dude,
yeah,
Herfed knows the story of how he caught COVID.
Yeah, well, he would just leave and drive to fucking Key West. Like, he's like, not tell anybody, just leave. He's like, I'm in South Carolina. The fuck are you now? I'm in Florida. Where are you now? I'm in Key West. Like,
that's his dream area, man. It's in South Carolina. So you know what? Sorry.
And that's where he got sick. He's unvaccinated. And this is not a pro-vaccination statement. This is nothing. This is, think with your fucking mind. He's unvaccinated. He goes to Florida. He calls up Big Mooch before he even calls me. I'm sorry if this is out there, but this is out there. Tells him he can't smell anything, can't taste anything. He's like, yeah, he got corona. Dude stayed in his bedroom for about 10 days, coughing, not able to breathe. Told him to go to the hospital. He didn't. Finally did. It was very late. Put him on BiPAP. He ended up on, now he's intubated and in a medical coma. If he would have gone,
I shit you not, dude. Herfed
gone to the hospital.
This guy fucking his last fucking words. This guy was fucking trying to read his last fucking words because that's what his fucking parents asked him to. That's fucked up. Like, dude, this shit's real. I never doubted the fuck out of any of this, and I don't think Herfed did, and I don't know Brian's stance, but like, dude, it's all fun and games till it's somebody fucking close to you. And I mean, Big Rob's close to me, but he ain't fucking close to me. You don't mean he's close to Herfed?
No, it's terrible.
It's a life-changing event.
I think I got it in January of 2020 because I was down in Vegas.
I was sick as shit for like 3 days. Go ahead. No.
I was in Vegas at the TPE, and I got so sick that I went to the Minute Clinic on the Strip. Like I never go to the doctor, but I was so sick.
You're not here for an STD. It's not.
Yeah. No. So I go in, and the girl, this like
negative, positive.
This 80-pound girl goes, I got to give you the flu test, right? And when she stuck that thing up my nose, I never had it done before. My first reaction was to kick, and I had a pair of cowboy boots on, and I kicked her square in the cooch, right? Like, I lifted her off the ground, right?
Oh no!
Didn't even blink. She didn't even blink.
Well, no, and then she says to me, "I got to do your other nostril," and I'm like, "What the fuck kind of fetish do you have, honey? Like, did you not see
She
what
handed
happens?"
$100 after. She's just like, "Thank you."
And then
you think it was this place.
And that was the
Sorry.
PCR test.
Yeah, and I ended up staying in my room in Vegas for a week. Just couldn't move. And they gave me these little pills, and I just kept taking them and falling asleep. And I was.
It was some sort of sex prostitute hotel, and they're just like, "Fuck, just do this. You can't move. Boom, it's good. We'll give you Viagra's." You get out, and you're like, "Why the fuck is there $5,000 on my fucking MasterCard?"
So yeah, I think I got it.
I got sick long time ago, like right before COVID. It was like a big thing. 103 fever. I had to fucking lay on the ground, fucking with a fucking sheet under me, and that was it. And I don't know. It's fucked up. It's very fucked up. What scares me the most is that I don't think anybody knows really what they're talking about. Don't fucking play me off.
No, dude. I literally just clicked another song trying to put it in the bank. That fucking happened. Perfect. For those that don't know, I literally got fucking slammed in my seat on an episode. Are we all just sitting like this right now, like we're creating a mastermind, Brian? Yes. One day the Rebar Show will take over the world.
And I could say I've been there.
No, you know what?
Open up your penile gland.
I've already pissed 3 times, I think. Where's the penile gland?
It's up here.
Oh.
Not really.
Seriously?
No, your third eye is not your penile gland.
You're shitting with us.
I believe that. I rubbed up there like with a lot of pressure.
Oh, I mean the chakra. It's the crown.
That's the shocker.
The third eye.
That's the shocker. One hand, and then you just like this with the other. One hand on the head, and then this with the other. How else are you gonna get it in? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have to wrap up the show. Head over to Herfed's Instagram. You got to go there. We got to do it for Rob. Let's make Rob great again, like the Trump hats. Hey. Make Rob great again.
Smoke Illusion cigars.
Hey, yeah, Rob. I don't mean to put it on you now, but now plug this. Plug it.
His name's not Rob. It's Brian.
Sorry, I literally just got Big Rob on my mind.
Rob on his mind.
I don't.
Rightfully so.
Sorry, I love you talking about it, Herfed, but I don't like it. I don't like you talking about it, dude. It bums me out fucking good about Rob. The guy's a fucking. If everybody needs to fucking meet Rob. Rob is like, dude,
larger than life.
Yeah, dude. Rob is just like Rob's like coffee. Everybody fucking drinks coffee. Yeah, dude, Rob's just guy's fucking beast. And you know what, dude? One Only Rebar Show, man. We're pulling for you. Fucking Herfed. Everybody's fucking pulling for you, dude.
Yeah. I hope he's okay, man.
Sorry, Brian.
Yeah. Like we said, Smoke Illusion cigars. One of my favorites is the one-off. Love the old Cruzados, and you can find them with the gold band. Hout 10. MK and all the fucking blends are great.
Epernay, classic.
I wish they made an MK size in the fucking Epernay.
Well, it's close. We have the.
It's not though. It's not the same.
The Elegance is a petite Lancero.
It's like a 42, is it?
I don't know. I should know this shit off the top of my head. Hold on, I'll get my little
44. Elegance 44.
It's definitely smaller.
It's a 40.
Wow.
5 3/4 by 40.
It's a big difference between 42. True Corona.
But it's a great smoke too. I mean, look, Illusiones. There isn't a bad cigar in the portfolio. You just got to find what you like and tell your friends about it, because that's how I found out about it. My first Illusione was an Epernay in 2009 when it first came out.
That was probably about mine too. No word of a lie. That was like I was maybe 09, 012 or 12. Literally.
Bestseller at Mata somewhere that I worked at was the that black wrapped, was it the MJ12?
MJ12, yeah.
MJ12 Maduro.
Mhm.
Couldn't, and natural. Couldn't keep it in stock. Could not keep that motherfucker in stock. Sold out every week.
Which is crazy, right? It defies logic because you don't see the cigar. Like, you have no idea what's under there.
I think that's part of the fucking appeal, which is so sad.
It's like opening a present for yourself. Yeah, you get to unwrap an MJ12, and it's a beautiful cigar too. Yeah.
But at the same time, though, if I go to a cigar shop, I'm purchasing cigars. Do I want to gamble on what's in this? You know what I mean? Like, they hand you a fucking brown paper bag.
I mean,
is that going to be a good deal? Could be. Could not be.
I love cigar companies. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
cut you off. I cut you off.
That pack their shit in boxes, no cello, and just foil. Or just paper. Nothing like cracking open a fresh box of cigars that are, fucking in the raw.
Oh,
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand cello, and I think Illusion went to cello like later on than a lot of people did, maybe.
Yeah, we did. We had to. You have to,
because damage gets during shipping. I mean, it's
damage, and then during COVID, a lot of people wouldn't buy cigars that weren't celloed either because you don't know who's touching it and whatnot. And,
what
so
fuck. I mean, cigars are still fucking uncellowed, and we're still fucked now with everything under the sun. We've had SARS. We've had fucking how long cigars have been around unfucking cellowed? Dude,
I gotta tell you,
everything under the fucking sun when cigar I
gotta tell you, no shit.
Thing now.
No shit. Back in the day, an Epernay Le Monde, I think it's called.
Yep.
I would open up a box of fresh Epernays back in the day when there was no cello.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
The most amazing smell you got, and then you close it up, and you're like, "Oh my god!" And then you tell the customers, "This cigar smells fucking amazing," and you sell out that box. Why? Because you said it smells amazing.
No, there was nothing better than opening a box of Epernay before they were in cello. That was the greatest experience somebody could have.
The smell I got when I arrived at Racy's was intoxicating. I've never smelt anything like that, and I loved it, and it was just sweet. It was almost like pruny. I don't know how to explain it.
My first love is a port with an Epernay. Smoking Joe's, they still have a Illusione there. And anytime I go there, I just remember it was I don't know whether it was sold and the size it was sold or the box it was sold, but he had them like a 50 count Epernays.
They used to be in 50 counts.
Right by the register, he had these.
That was hard to sell that to a customer, though. You want to buy a box online somewhere?
I went there once, saw that. I want to say it was like $375, $350. And every time I go there, he's on an Indian reserve, Native American reserve. And anytime I go there, a year later, I couldn't fucking find these things. And that cigar, I was just like, I held on to a bunch, smoked them 3-4 years after, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, it was a true what the fuck. And you can go on my Instagram, and there's just a shit ton of pictures of me smoking an Epernay. And what the fuck? Like, probably one of my top 10, influential cigars that I fucking smoked. And, mind-blowing shit.
Yeah. No, that's how I got introduced to it. A buddy of mine came down to Florida. I was living in Florida, and he handed me an Epernay, and he goes, "Here, you really need to smoke this." And that's the cool thing about cigars, right, is when you share that with a friend, and I was like, dude, I smoked that, and I was hooked. I was like, wow.
So the Epernay is still being made in Racy's?
Yeah. The
But the
Epernay.
boxes are stamped Tapsa.
No.
I think so.
Now you're gonna make me look.
Honestly, if it's
Yeah.
a cigar fact, I'm gonna say I'm 100% Herfed.
Did the boxes come from Tapsa?
This is Herfed's gang sign.
Hold on. Let's go take a walk.
We're going Herfed.
Let's go see.
100% Herfed's right.
Hold on. Let's
It's
go
not
take
even
a
worth
look.
walking, Brian. Just sit down. Herfed's right. Herfed's right. 100%. Like
He's gonna pull out some like 2008 shit on me or something.
Herfed. I will edit this just so it's out because I know you're right.
Thank you.
Herfed's right.
I want to know.
Brian,
I thought it always said,
you're
I thought it
walking
said
to this. We don't
Tapsa
even want to
in
see
blue.
Herfed find this fucking cigar right now. Herfed's like, let me get it. And we're like, this is now a 6-hour episode. Herfed just fucking trying to get to that cigar.
Hold
He's like,
on.
it's back
Let's-
here somewhere.
No.
I'm going
Nope.
Herfed on this.
Doesn't say it. Oh,
It's at the
let me
bottom.
see that-
I can
Let me
see
see
it
that bottom date.
by the bottom.
Bring it up. No, it doesn't. What's the bottom code?
2021.
Oh, yeah, now.
That's
Do
strange
I have-
because I remember seeing boxes stamped with
Do I-
the logo. It was like a
It's
No,
like a
maybe it
round
wasn't.
shit. It looked like a fucking quarter or a nickel.
Hey,
maybe
Herfed.
Maybe it wasn't Epernay.
Have you ever seen this?
I have two. It's the fucking. It's like the verses.
2 boxes.
Yeah.
2 boxes.
No, I have
Get
two
it right.
singles.
You have two of
Two
those?
single boxes.
Yeah, I do.
2 single boxes.
I'll take more if you want to give them. You know,
What else do I have back here? Oh,
I have 6 million followers on Grubhub.
hold on. I'll show you something really neat. You
Why are
ready?
you trying to bullshit Brian? Seriously, it's 2 million on TikTok. A couple cigar lounges by him. He does his little fucking acts in the cigar lounge. A lot of them are cool. Some of them are just fucking plain out stupid. But
Okay, look at this. You ready?
Yep.
Hold on. Let me open it. I don't know how to turn the camera around.
oh, he's gonna open it now. So it's already the seal's broken.
No, it's okay. So in here is, can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, the coffins.
Okay,
The
so
fucking first runs of all of them.
in the middle is 2008 ECCJ,
Oh,
which
good cigar.
spawned the Epernay, and then there's 4 Epernay bundles on either side. Those
Oh,
are
I've-
from.
No, there's only 2 now because you're sending me 2.
Those are-
What's your PayPal? What's your PayPal?
I have a
from-
box. I have a box of those ECJs.
Those are from 09, those Epernays.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I got a
Seriously.
box that's open. Fuck.
All fair. I will name my price. Let's fucking work out a deal. I'll meet you at the border, and we'll just fucking little handshake, hand job.
You know what I love is that Singular that came one Corojo, one Maduro.
Oh, yeah. Can't remember.
Ladies and
Alpha
gentlemen,
Omega? No.
let's get our last cigar words in. Brian,
Cigar words.
last cigar words. Give me 2 cigar words. Could be related with anything, but it's got to be cigar words.
Reverse retro hail.
All right, Herfed, you go.
Makes me vomit.
That was makes vomit.
Oh,
That's what you should
Makes
say.
vomit.
All right. You know what I'm gonna say right now? Rebar, go. I literally hit it and it just didn't play on anything. Bro.